Today's lesson is going to be 5 tips for helping you reframe the narrative. You know, sometimes life throws you curveballs, and one of the best ways to handle those curveballs that are thrown unexpectedly is to actually reframe the narrative. So before we get into that, I want to read this definition of reframing the narrative. So it involves consciously changing the story you tell yourself to alter your emotional response and your future decisions, or your future actions, I should say. Key methods include challenging negative beliefs, viewing obstacles as opportunities for growth, and focusing on personal agency. This practice cultivates resilience, shifts perspective, and promotes positive, proactive change. I know that was a mouthful, but hopefully y'all caught all that. If not, you can rewind and catch it. Let me go ahead and get right into these 5. I actually got 10, but for sake of time, we're gonna do 5 today, and 5 tomorrow. How you doing? All right. So the first one is to identify and challenge distorted beliefs. So when something happens that maybe rocks you to your core, you want to actually look at what you believe about it. Question the validity of your self-talk. Now, some of y'all probably saw my video on self-talk last week. If you didn't, you definitely want to go back and check that out, because I actually went into the details on self-talk. So number 2, you want to reinterpret the failure as learning. So in other words, there's no such thing as failure, only feedback, right? No such thing as failure, only feedback. And that feedback is essential to your growth. Number 3, do a brain dump. And for me, I like to do these at night before I actually go to bed, because I learned some things about how to manifest by controlling your mind state before you go to bed, and also when you wake up. So the brain dump is basically you taking an inventory of your day, and you actually want to write this stuff down on paper also. So you take an inventory of your day, write down all your wins, your losses. Even if it's a draw, you write that down. Win, lose, or draw. You write everything down, what you have done that day, what you're supposed to do, what you got accomplished, what you didn't get accomplished, and you get it out of your mind. Because what happens is, a lot of times we go to bed stressed out, thinking, negatively, thinking the wrong way about whatever happened that day. And then you go to bed and you have all types of bad dreams or nightmares, and you wake up the next day and it's even worse than the day before. That's because you actually can control your days by how you control your sleep. But that's a whole nother video also. So you actually want to see the BS, and then that way your brain can begin to process the validity or the lack thereof. All right, number 4, you want to look for opportunities in disguise. So I talked about this on the other videos as well. Some people look at obstacles as obstacles, and other people look at obstacles as opportunities for growth. Now you ask yourself which kind of person you want to be, all right? And you want to ask yourself, what's going on right now? Like literally in the moment. And then ask yourself, how or can I grow from this? So it's all about self-mastery over here. On this channel is what we do, It's all about overcoming, all about mindset mastery, which is why I changed the name of the channel. So number 5, you want to switch from being a victim to being the author. So you can either be a victim or a victor, right? This channel is for victors, meaning winners, right? So when you become the author instead of the victim, you realize that you are the creator of your own future, and you take accountability and responsibility for the choices and decisions you made that got you where you're at. They say, you know, your best thinking got you where you're at today. So if you're not where you want to be, you might want to change your thinking. So I will do a quick recap. Number 1, identify and challenge distorted beliefs. Number 2, reinterpret failure as learning. Number 3, do your brain dump. Number 4, look for opportunities in disguise. And number 5, switch from the victim to the author. So like I said, I actually got 5 more of these, and we'll go through those on the next video. But before I leave, you know I always got to leave this gem with y'all. And it goes like this. Either your mind will expand to match your money, or your money will just shrink to match your mind. Let's grow, y'all.